all my loyal viewers? How's it hanging? SwordHeartStudios here, bringing you guys my final predictions for Murder Drones Episode 7. With Part 1 of the finale dropping tomorrow at the time I'm recording this, I wanted to go over what I think is going to happen in the beginning of the end of Murder Drones for Part 1 of the finale. I covered the teaser trailer for Episode 7 in another video, but I wanted to give my full thoughts after rewatching the trailer before the next episode's release. Before we begin with getting down to what I think may happen, I want everyone to take this with a grain of salt, that these are just my predictions of what I think may happen, and not what is going to happen. So, without further ado, let's begin. The episode will pick up where Episode 6 left off, with Uzi, Tessa, and N in the elevator, having crashed to the bottom of the elevator shaft. So where afterwards, N will want to go back to help V, with Tessa telling N that they need to continue on. In Episode 6, at the very end, we see V make the ultimate sacrifice of wanting to stay behind to make sure that the Sentinels didn't go after Uzi and Tessa when they made it to the bottom. To which we see the aftermath of that battle in the Episode 7 teaser trailer, with a bunch of dead Sentinels lying around but no V to be found. As I feel this is going to be major for N kicking off the episode, with showing how much more developed he's become as a character throughout Murder Drones. Because we haven't seen yet how N deals with loss, as V has stated that he's made friends with Rox in Episode 4 when she interacts with Uzi, telling her that N won't miss her if she died, but I feel like that V's sacrifice is going to majorly affect N throughout this whole episode. When getting down into what the main focus will be for the episode, the main focus of Murder Drones has been finding out more about the Absolute Solver, and I believe this episode will directly focus itself on finding the source of where it's all coming from. As we saw throughout the trailer, where there were several shots where the caverns and cathedral showed walls with living flesh and blood, with the order we see them in, makes me believe the group will be diving deeper below Copper 9 in order to find where the source is hiding, to try and find a cure from it to save Uzi Doll and everyone else affected with the Absolute Solver. With the group going deeper below Copper 9 to find the source, I believe at some point Uzi, N, and Tessa will get separated. It's a main plot point that we've seen in the teaser trailer and shots from Glyph, with a gif of a lone Uzi with her tail holding a lantern staring down a dark cavern with what awaits her in the unknown. A shot of her being by herself in the cathedral, and in the teaser trailer thumbnail with the scared Uzi possibly being in the same place the gif was, along with the teaser shown today before the episode comes out tomorrow. I like the idea of Uzi being separated from the group in this episode, because since no one else would be with her, it would possibly add on to the fact of the sped up process of the Absolute Solver trying to take control of her. We saw this in the last episode with Uzi and V trying to escape from Alice and Bo, and then again when Uzi was using her abilities to get them in the elevator, with the Absolute Solver taking control after N cut off Uzi's hand to talk to N through a message saying, "Miss me?" As with Uzi being by herself, it's going to be easier for it to take control, but I feel like an important part to this is the computers we see in the teasers. We see Uzi staring at a computer monitor in the teaser trailer during a shot, and on the Glitch Productions banner for the episode. This could possibly be the Absolute Solver trying to take hold of Uzi through the monitor screens. It's going to be a major part of the episode. Throughout the trailer, we see that the trail of the Absolute Solver leads to a cathedral in the underground. And I have to say, I'm excited, as this is kind of giving me Resident Evil 4 vibes. As with this cathedral, we see evidence of the Cavern Fever symbols we've seen on Nori and Yeva's necklaces. And I've talked about this in the breakdown of the teaser trailer, to where the humans on Copper 9 had a cult going on to appease the Absolute Solver from destroying the world. as we don't know the full extent of the Absolute Solver as a whole. But from some of the shots that we see that there seem to be sacrifices made, along with some of the traditional things you would see in a cathedral, like a cross. But in the first episode, we learned that the humans of Copper 9 caused the core to collapse. Could this be coming back to that? As with evidence of the Absolute Solver in the caverns of Copper 9, it could have been to where the humans were trying to find a way to control the Absolute Solver through a cult following, making sacrifices through worker drones to keep it under control. I believe that there might possibly be a flashback sequence to where we see what happened right before the core's collapse, as it's hinted at with the shot of the humans being alive in the cathedral, along with the teaser shot we got of Nori and Yeva back a few months ago. In the last episode, with Doll having made it down the elevator shaft first, we could see a couple of scenes with her trying to find the source of the Absolute Solver, along with trying to help stop a corrupted Uzi. A shot from the teaser trailer showed her mom Yeva's locker, as this could possibly lead to a moment where Doll reflects back to before her parents were killed, and why she's doing the things she's doing. Doll throughout the series has been a character who has had her moments with having gone from making fun of Uzi with Lizzie, to having murdered classmates to get revenge on V, to trying to find a cure for the Absolute Solver. In my eyes, Doll has felt underused in the series after her true introduction as a villain, and in episode 3, as it's got me excited to see how the Glitch team will fully utilize Doll in this episode, especially if she helps Uzi and Tessa to stop a corrupted Uzi. I believe that Jay will have a major role in this episode, with Jay having been a major focus at the beginning of the series, and then that getting diminished later on with her return in later episodes. I think that Jay will finally have her moment to shine again. Jay has been on my dislikable character list for the way that she bullied N and tried to kill him by putting a virus into his system, but with the goal of what's been going on being more clear with stopping the Absolute Solver, I feel like Jay will have a bigger role in this episode. In the last episode, she stayed behind to man Tessa's ship, but I feel like she will make her return to help possibly fight the Absolute Solver, or help the worker drones that are on the surface get to safety, if fighting the Solver starts to affect Copper 9 above ground. And finally, my last prediction on the list is the fight between N and Uzi. As we all know that this has been a major thing hinted at with the Absolute Solver taking more control of Uzi's body. The fact that a major fight will happen in the episode itself. Because it's really hinted at in episode 6, the fact that with N not wanting to kill Uzi, the fact that they're definitely going to have to fight eventually, especially with the premiere of the episode having gone up on the Glitch Productions channel at the time I'm recording this, shows a scared N staring at a possessed Uzi, because from what we can see in this thumbnail for the episode, we can see the fact that Uzi has definitely gotten corrupted from the Absolute Solver, with N trying to have to fight her off. As overall, I'm really excited to see how this is going to go down when the episode comes out, because Glitch Productions has done an amazing job on the fight scenes throughout the series, and I'm really excited to see how they're going to really do it up for part 1 of the finale of Murder Drones. But there you guys have it, my final predictions for Murder Drones episode 7. I'm really excited for this episode coming out with how long it's been since episode 6, as it's time to see what's happening next. But let me know what your thoughts and predictions are for Murder Drones episode 7 in the comments, and make sure to smash those like and subscribe buttons for more awesome content here on the channel in the future, and make sure to click that notification bell to not miss my reaction to Murder Drones episode 7 when it releases. But I'm SwordHeartStudios, and I'm signing off. See you later, everyone!